up, everyone? So, amazing news. Some of you guys have been following my channel recently, noticing that I'm finally uploading again. Yay! And I've talked about my acting journey, and you guys know that, like, my dream is to be a movie star. Even though I'm 41 years old, homeschool mom, I'm just crazy like that. Like, who starts over or gets into acting at 41? I don't know. I don't know anyone. But I've heard people do it, so I'm doing it too. So anyways, I wanted to bring attention to a project or a film that I'm super excited about. I was so blessed to be cast in a short film. It is a high school comedy short film, to be exact. I have my little notes here. And first of all, high school, I love students, being a homeschool mom. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like, adulting is hard, parenting is super hard. I still feel like a teenager in my heart of hearts. Look at my shirt, it's Mario Kart. Because Mario Kart, like, when I was dating my husband, we used to battle with Mario Kart, but that's a whole other topic. Let me try to focus here, Yeah, so this is near and dear to my heart. When I was in high school, I loved movies and I wanted to be an actress so bad when I was in high school. I used to want to be a movie star when I was 9, and my parents are like, no, you don't want to be a movie star. We need to pray that this idea of movie stardom goes away. No, you want to, and my dad was all, you want to be a doctor. You need to be a doctor.
You can play a doctor on a movie.
I know. You can play a doctor on TV.
Yeah.
And my mom was all, no, just pray that God will take away the desire to be an actress. It was like my mom's worst nightmare or something.
My.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I never told you.
No, I didn't know that part.
Oh, yeah, and my sister was like,
I'm not surprised,
no.
but
they had the talk, you do not want to be an actor. And I wanted more than anything. And then my husband was like, we're not moving to LA. You know, so I'm dating Michael, and he's like, why don't you go be a Disney princess?
So that was your outlet to express that side of you.
Disney World became my outlet. Again, for those of you who've been following my channel, some of my latest videos have been on 90s films, like what films were the most influential to me when I was in high school. So anyways, I just hope that being a part of this high school short film, and maybe it will be a blessing to other people who are in high school who want some high school comedy. So anyways, all right. So this film is like a BIPOC film, which it means that it features people who are Black or Indigenous or people of color. And it actually centers on a child who is born of immigrants. If you were watching some of my 90s favorite films, those types of films really resonated with me. Like, I was an immigrant child of Colombian parents, and a lot of times watching TV shows and films, I felt like, you know, it was hard to find, like, let's be real here. When we're watching a movie, we want to identify with the lead character, right? And we want to be able to see ourselves in the role or in the film. We want to relate to the lead character, right? So, like, for example, Fools Rush In. I think I mentioned in my 90s films, it was so valuable to me, that film, to see an interracial mixed couple, the lead stars, because I was attracted to white guys. My husband's a white guy. And for the lead actress to be Hispanic and how she marries the white guy and that relationship. And some of you might be thinking, oh, so what? You know, like, that's, everybody does that. It shouldn't have been an issue. Why do you need to make a movie of that? But for someone I was in high school experiencing rejection from white guys who didn't want anything to do with Hispanic. And there's nothing, I'm not against people feeling that way. If you're not attracted to Hispanics, that's totally fine. I get it. You know, maybe you prefer, like, the guy that I had a huge crush on, he just wanted blonde hair, blue eyed. And hey, you know what? My daughter, she looks white. She came out looking like my husband, and I still want her husband to find her attractive. I don't want him, my daughter's husband, to be like, oh, I wish I had somebody darker. Like, he needs to value her or whatever. And ideally, ideally everybody would see everybody as beautiful and we would all just look at inner character. But at the end of the day, some people are going to be like, oh, women from this continent are the most beautiful. Other people are going to be, so beauty's very subjective is all I'm trying to say. All right. I have had plenty of guys tell me that it doesn't, what is the saying? You can be the juiciest peach on the tree, but if somebody doesn't like peaches, so anyways, I think you feel me. I think some of you are getting me. The point is, we want to be able to relate to the lead character, right? I also mentioned, I think in one of my videos, when I was asked about live action Ariel, my thoughts on Ariel being Black, I mentioned how at Disney there was a Black girl who I found crying in the stairwell. She was crying in the stairwell. This was before we had Princess Tiana. And I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'll never be a face character. I'll never be a Disney princess. I'm stuck in this fur costume. There was literally nothing I could say. Disney had not yet even announced Princess and the Frog. There was no hope for a Black princess. This was like the earlier 2000s, because I got cast as Jasmine in 2004, and my heart went out to her. And I have friends who have adopted children who are not of their race, and they want to be able to, they love their adopted children and they want to see their children identifying with characters. You want your kid to love who they are, how they are, to know that they are beautiful and accepted and celebrated. Let me go back to the Ariel situation. Halle Bailey was cast as Ariel, and I was totally excited about that. I was happy to see that. It didn't bother me at all. My husband was all for it. He's like, you know what? There's nothing wrong, because, and I made a whole video on that. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. I went into the history of mermaids. You got African folktales that talk about mermaids. So the point is, I am so excited because the lead character in this film is a child of an immigrant. The short film features children of immigrants. Have you guys seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding? My sister and I loved My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Why? Because she was a daughter of immigrants, and her culture, her food, if you ever saw that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, her food gets made fun of. She has trouble fitting in with all of the other students at school. Her culture is weird. People don't like her because of her background. And so, it's such a great movie. I highly recommend Greek Fat Wedding. So who is the writer and director of this film? I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correct. Erika Lobati. This is her graduate thesis film, and she goes to Temple University, by the way. Shout out to Philly people. Like, my mom, when she immigrated from Colombia, South America, to America, it was to Philadelphia. My sister was born in Philly. I have family in Philly. I grew up spending summers in Philly. I even went to Lowell Elementary School. Does anybody know where Lowell is? I was scared walking to school, but you know what? I was there. I was there at Lowell Elementary School. Shout out to Lowell Elementary School. You and me, yo. That's where I learned my multiplication times tables. Anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Temple. Motown Philly back again. Okay, I'm such a 90s girl, right? Shout out to all the college students trying to do their graduate thesis film, right? All right, so this is going to tackle issues for immigrant families in a lighthearted way. Absolutely. So you're like wondering, okay, Jennifer, what role did you get? Who are you playing? Can I say this? Because it's a high school, right? So every high school needs a principal, right? So don't look at me now, okay? Because I'm not going to be dressed like this when I'm the principal of the school. Principal Letterman. I'm about to throw down. I'm about to lay down the law. Get me my ruler, yo. But I'm not going to talk like that, all right? I'm not going to talk like that. I'm going to be serious. I got to talk with, the designer on set, like who's doing wardrobe. We got to talk to wardrobe. How are we going to make me transform into a principal? You memorize the script. I will bring my authoritative voice. I will bring it. All right. You guys, I want you to follow this film on Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you want updates, you want to know when is this film going to drop, how do I watch it, here's the Instagram handle on the screen. I'll put it in the description box below. But guess what, you guys? It is a student film. They do want to raise some money. So I'm here to be like, yo, if you want to donate to this, if you want to see this happen, if you want it to be bigger and better and cooler than ever, you know what? Here, I'm going to put a link in the description box below. I'm going to be promoting this on my Instagram. I'm putting my Instagram down below if you want to follow me on Instagram. I want y'all to support this. Support the next generation of filmmakers who are going out there trying to have a voice. And Erica is so sweet. Like I have interacted with her just, a handful of times. She's just, you should just message her. Just go look at her Instagram. I'm gonna put her Instagram down below. You gotta see this chick. Like I can feel that beautiful spirit, and I just want to see more from her. I want to see what other stories she wants to put out there into the world. Say a prayer for her. God be with her. God bless her. Because we need good films that are in touch with, the culture, but at the same time that are going to be positive and lighthearted and fun. Like what happened to the fun, good movies, Like good, clean, good, just simple humor, legit, everyday goodness. All right. That's what we're talking about. We're talking fun. All right. So I'm going to try to keep the rest a surprise. I'm going to see if I can put Erica's video here. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Erica Labati and I am the writer and director of Scapegoat. I am a filmmaker in Philadelphia, and I'm currently pursuing a Master of Fine Arts in Film and Media at Temple University. It is my last year in grad school at Temple, and Scapegoat is my final graduate thesis project. Scapegoat is a youthful high school comedy focusing on a friend group all connected by their identities as children of immigrants. Although they have this experience in common, these three friends could not be any more different, each coming from different cultures, household dynamics, and holding to different strategies to survive their strange years in high school. In Scapegoat, future valedictorian Caimile Badu gets into hot water with the school administration at Green Valley High, tarnishing her school record and her college dreams. Her best friends, Santiago, Zayas, and Ananya, Wani, must choose whether or not to exonerate her record despite tensions in the group. Scapegoat is a film that shows students from Ghanaian, Puerto Rican, and North Indian households who must answer to the authority figures who misunderstand them. Scapegoat is very loosely based on my own high school experiences, but the story's been fictionalized and infused with cringe comedy, coming-of-age growth, friendship, and teen awkwardness. As a Cameroonian-American filmmaker, I heavily value the second-generation immigrant perspective. In preparation for this film, I interviewed children of immigrants and immigrant parents to hear about their experiences traversing two cultures. Despite Scapegoat's zany school hijinks, quippy conversation, and visual gags, underneath these comedic scenes lies a tribute to the unique challenges faced by immigrant families. Scapegoat is currently in pre-production, but we're set to shoot the film this August. Then we'll start the post-production process from September through the end of the year. If you pledge to my film, the money will go towards paying and feeding my lovely cast and crew for their time and talent, funding vibrant props and wardrobe to display the cultures in the film, and renting locations. Your contributions will also go towards post-production costs to hire a stellar editor, VFX artist, composer, and to pay for film festival fees. We want this film to get exposure and to be seen by audiences across the country. Your gift of any amount will be acknowledged and greatly appreciated. And if you can't give monetarily, we'd be extremely thankful if you share this campaign with friends, family, and your followers on social media. For updates, please follow our Instagram at scapegoat_film. We can't make this happen without you, so thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to start this journey with you all.
So if you guys want to support, please support. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I super duper appreciate it. Follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. God bless everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, shout out to Brandon, yo. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to the producer. Shout out. Hugs. Love.